Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Maulana Ashram Hamdani, and my student number is 30222 and 10350. And I'm from Class F EOP course. First of all, I want to thank to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given me health and opportunities, and Mr. Han especially who has given me knowledge during this semester. On this occasion, I would like to provide a video presentation with the aim of fulfilling the final assignment in this EOP course. This video presentation is discuss issues that are relevant to my major, and my major is law. And here, I will discuss about civil law briefly and clearly. So I want you guys to listen to my presentation and let's get started. Okay, the first page is civil law background. Civil law system, also called continental or Romano-Germanic legal system, are found on all continents and cover about 16% of the world. They are based on the concept, categories, and rules derived from Roman law with some influence of canon law, sometimes largely supplemented or modified by local custom or culture. The civil law tradition, though secularized over the centuries and placing more focus on individual freedom, promotes cooperation between human beings. In their technical, narrow sense, the word civil law describes the law that pertains to persons, things, and relationships that develop among them, excluding not only criminal law but also commercial law, labor law, and the others. Codification took place in most civil law countries, with the French Code Civil and the German BGB being the most influential civil codes. And then, what the civil law is. First, a comprehensive system of rules and principles usually arranged in codes and easily accessible to citizens and juries. A well-organized system that favors cooperation, order, and predictability based on a logical and dynamic taxonomy developed from Roman law and reflect in the structure of the codes. An adaptable system with civil codes avoiding excessive detail and containing general clauses that permit adaptation to change. And last, a primarily legislative system, yet leaving room for the judiciary to adjust rules to social change and new needs, by way of interpretation and creative jurisprudence. Some salient features of the civil law. First, clear expression of rights duties so that remedies are self-evident. Simplicity and accessibility to the citizen, at least in those jurisdictions where it's codified. Advent disclosure of rules, silence in the code to be filled based on equity, general principle, and the spirit of the law. And the last one is richly developed and to some extent transnational academic doctrine inspiring the legislature and the judiciary. Where we find the civil law? In continental Europe, where most jurisdictions have civil codes. In Great Britain, Scotland has retained an uncodified form of the civil law. Even when they have a civil codes, Scandinavian countries are not regarded as a civil law jurisdiction. In North America, civil codes are found in Louisiana and Quebec. In Central and South America, almost all countries have a civil codes. In Asia, many countries have received the civil law and have civil codes, such as Indonesia, Japan, Kazakhstan, and Lebanon. Countries of Africa that once were colonized by continental European nations have kept many aspects the civil law tradition. The civil code of Egypt has significant influence in Africa and the Middle East. Whilst the Roman Dutch law applied in South Africa was never codified. Some remains of the civil law tradition are to be found on some Pacific islands, especially in the French territories of New Caledonia or Tahiti. In mixed jurisdictions, chiefly found in America, Africa, and Asia, but also in Europe, the civil law coexists with other legal traditions such as the common law, customary law, or Islamic law. Okay, after discussing several points, the conclusion is civil law is a legal system originating from Roman law. Characterized by comprehensive codification of law, it governs private rights and obligations, distinct from criminal law, and includes areas like family law and contracts. Civil law system emphasize writing status over judicial precedent, which judge primarily applying these codes rather than interpreting past rulings. This system is prevalent worldwide, particularly in Europe, Latin America, and parts of Asia and Africa, promoting order and predictability in legal relations among individuals. Okay, thank you to the audience who have listened to my presentation, and I hope my presentation can be well received and broaden our insight. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.